Kings and Queens, Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you are loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you, my esteemed subscribers. You are loved, celebrated, and appreciated. So today, I want us to have a little chat about the tragedy that befell the African people. Yeah, I said it's a tragedy because when something happened to one fraction of us, it happens to all of us, and is with a heavy heart, but all thanks to the Almighty and our ancestors. That's at least by now, the West have shown to us what they really are, who they really are, by letting us know that our own opinion about what happens to us as the African people is not important, but the opinion that they project about us, that is what they want, that is what they want the world to look at us as. Now, it's no story to most of you that the Pan-African media, African Stream, was banned on Meta and YouTube, and all thanks to the United States government, because they took this case like one serious issue and they fought it to the core. Okay, if the way the world look at Africa is not important to the world government, why do you think that the whole United States will be interested in a media that is out there to portray the African as the African is? Because that is the main aim of African Stream. They are telling the African story as it is, just like we are struggling here. And it shouldn't surprise you that one day you come up and you look for Abigail Lucimeri and you won't see Abigail's channel anymore. Because this is what the world is up to right now. They want to take that liberty from us. And I was thinking that the United States is a country where human rights is practiced. So they took the rights of freedom of speech from this media. And what is the crime of this media? That they project to the world the real picture of Africa. Okay? That they refuse to accept the propaganda of the mainstream media about Africa, living with flies. They sleep on the trees. They don't wear clothes. They do not have infrastructure. African Stream came up, and a lot of notion that people have about Africa, especially those who have not come to Africa, they began to see the Africa as the Africa is. That's no. We have intelligent people. Most of the world, the development around the world are done by those of African descent. This was the aim of African Stream, telling the African story as it is. But the United States had come up and said, no, Africa do not have the right to tell their story as it is. But they have to follow what they want the world to look at Africa as. It is quite unfortunate. Okay? That if America could succeed in doing this at this age where we think that Africans are waking up, at this age where we think that the world is beginning to change. If America could succeed in closing down a major African media, then there is a lot of work for us to do as the African people. We have not started working. We have not started working. That America will succeed in closing down a media that belongs to a continent. What are our leaders doing that they cannot speak up for African Stream? What are they doing? We all are African Stream because this media speak what is in our hearts and they sent out the message that is of us. But the US feel like they are the owner of the world. Now, why do you think they are angry with African Stream? According to them, that African Stream is an agent of Russia. Okay? That they are propagating Russia.
Now, according to the outlet's website, African Stream is, and I quote, a pan-African digital media organization based exclusively on social media platforms, focusing on giving a voice to all Africans both at home and abroad. In reality, the only voice it gives is to Kremlin propagandists.
when African Stream is in the mouth of the Secretary of State of the most powerful government in geopolitics right here now, when that government moves to attack African Stream and deplatform it and ensure that the information it is dispensing doesn't get through to us as their people, African Stream and all of us can rest assured that all of this was done because African Stream was doing something right. They was doing the right thing. And the right thing them did I go on with. It is the greatest honor when your enemy sees you as such a threat that it has to deplatform you. When the enemy realizes that they have to move against you, you know you're on the right track. The founding and the popularity of African Stream is a win on our behalf, is a victory for us. It means that we were winning the propaganda warfare, and the enemy in the midst of the propaganda warfare had to resort to the final solution and even contradict their own propaganda and rhetoric about free press and remove African Stream from platforming. That means that we were winning the propaganda warfare. Make we hear African Stream and give African Stream enough respect. Big up African Stream for winning the propaganda warfare on behalf of the African world and scaring the devil to death.
So, do you finally get it now? Has the message finally hit home? Or are you still stuck on stupid? Have you finally realized just how valuable you are? And this is in reference to African Stream. Every nation in this world, every group of peoples have, like there's Harrods for the Jews, there's South China Morning Post for the Chinese, like every group of people have their own. For at least on my platform, for months, people have been coming here. Let's make our own. Let's create our own. Let's create our own. We haven't created our own yet, but we have African Stream. African Stream, for those that do not know, is a news channel that talks about Black and African issues from a non-Western perspective. Because right now, everything we know about Africa and Black people in this whole world, we know it from a Western perspective, from the lens of the white man, the Caucasian American, the European American. So a website has come out, a news website has come out called the African Stream, and the US government has tried to invest. They said, we don't want your money. Palantir tried to invest. They said, we don't want your money. ADL came in. They said, get the fuck out of here. There ain't no Jews here. You ain't got shit to talk about. They tried everything to infiltrate. African Stream said, nope, you got no power here. You know what they did? The US Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, came out and gave an entire press conference about that website and talked about how dangerous it is. Do you know why it is dangerous? Because America cannot afford to have an educated Black populace. An educated Black populace who do not have Western white education. And that is what that website is doing, is it's bringing information. Evidence of shit, like shit that white people have been doing to Africans. African Stream is going back and finding evidence. Look what they're doing. Look what they've been doing. So now that website is banned. Banned off YouTube, banned off Facebook, banned off Twitter. I don't know if they're banned off this app. I don't think they're banned off this app because, again, this app is not fully owned by USA. But even though Palantir has control over this app, ADL has control over this app. So Jonathan Greenblatt, the moment he took over this app, if you notice, that's the moment Black people content changed from educational to Black men ain't shit to 50-50. Black women are better than Black men, and white women are better than Black women. That whole shit that goes on every website that we've been avoiding, Jonathan Greenblatt, ADL are the people that constantly push that for us. And yeah, so now everyone is talking about building an app for Black people. Do you now understand what you're up against? Like, this is a news channel. We haven't even gone to app yet. Should we get to the point where we're building an app for our own, ourselves, with no investment from them and no input from them? you're going to prison. If you're the owner of that app, every member of that board of that app is getting arrested and you're getting locked up. Are you prepared for that?
Oh, Majesties, there was a question I asked about some days ago when we were talking about something serious. Anyway, whatever we talk about here is serious anyway. But I asked a question, I said, if it's not important to them, if your downfall is not important to them, why do you think they're putting money, they're putting time, they're putting effort, they're putting all their strength, their energy into destroying you if it's not important? And we've seen it just some days after we discussed that, they hunted down African stream because they do not want us to tell our story as it is. And it's a warning to us. We have hunted down the major ones. So you petty ones like us, it's just they just need to blow a breeze and we'll be kicked off. Have you gotten the message now, like Issa asked? Or we are still stuck on stupid? This is the world that we live in. A world that do not want to see a dominated black community thrive. This is the kind of world that we live in, and it is quite unfortunate. And what is the solution? The solution is in our coming together. When we come together, that force we put in uniting will definitely break whatever spell they have casted on us. Divine unity, I'm still going to talk about it within the week. Divine unity, I'll be talking about unity. I'm still going to repeat it again because we can't get enough of it. We need it. We need it. Unity and love in the melanated community. Why can't we just unite and love ourselves? Why can't we? We are the only race of people that prefer to see other races succeed. We help them up. But when it comes to our own race, to help ourselves up, something then happens. And then the Chinese man said, we are stupid. We get angry. Amata said, we do not have strategy to survive. We get angry. This is it now before us. What can you do to help the melanated community stand out? What am I doing to help my own people, my own race of people? I'm going to leave this question to rest, to think about, deliberate on it, and ask ourselves sincere question and give ourselves the answer within our hearts. Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive, always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.